Oh shit. What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father. At Amazon, Kindle, and Create Space. Link will be in the description box below. As usual, go get it. PayPal link there also. They asked me to put it up, so I put it up. Thanks for everybody for supporting. This video, though, is entitled Love in Memoriam. Oh, my goodness. Memoriam. Love in Memoriam. I'm tired. Listen. In life, a lot of times, you deal with life, you're going to deal with death. And one of the things about death is, you remember things. You're going to have regrets when somebody else dies that you love to a degree. But when we're all living, what I hear a lot of is love in memoriam. But the person is still alive. It's just you didn't appreciate the person when they was there. You didn't love the person when they was there. You didn't respect the person when they was there. But what is that? The 48 laws of power. Let people respect your absence. When people are no longer present, all of a sudden that level of respect goes a little higher. All of a sudden that level of love goes a little higher. All of a sudden that level of appreciation goes a little higher because you're seeing this person in memoriam, and this is what happens in general where, we have a culture where disrespect is fun to people. You know what I'm saying? And being unappreciative is fun to people. So when people are gone, then it's like, man, I remember when. It's like, but it don't really matter. I had this conversation because I had a conversation with a close family member of mine recently about another family member of mine. And my family know how I get down. And what I mean by that is, I could be good to you and I could be real bad to you. But a lot of times as I got older and I mellowed out, I'm not going to be bad to you. I'm just going to leave you. And when I leave you, that's it. It ain't really nothing to talk about. Because it ain't nothing to talk about. And, the reason I say that is because his family member is like dying, basically. And they know me. They're like, okay. I don't hate the person, but and I don't do apologies. I've had deathbed apologies from people who were close to death and came back and then went back to the same BS. So everybody know how I get down. It's like, I don't want your apologies. I don't want people's apologies, period. Because you're doing what you want to do. Because if I snap and I do what I want to do, I'm not going to apologize for it. But the reason I say that is because it's in memoriam where I even know, I've learned, family and friends have this issue where you wish you would have did better by a person. And the little things that you did that you thought were cool and cute, they're not cool no more. I talked to my son about this where it's fun to play games with somebody, but then he hates it when you play the same game with him. And I'm like, yeah, you can't control life if you want to keep playing around. And part of the problem with this is I've seen too many times where a person is cared about in memoriam and you want to reach out to them again and they like, no. People, I've changed. I don't care. I knew I shouldn't have been that way. I don't care. I want to repay you. Don't even come near me to repay me. And then it becomes one of those issues where a person feels hurt because, some people want necessarily forgiveness, but as I talk about a lot of times, a lot of people are full of shit when they want forgiveness, but everybody wants forgiveness without atonement. You just want to be forgiven, but you never want to fix any of the shit you fucked up. So it's bullshit. You just want forgiveness to feel good about yourself and the person let you off the hook. But if you're really not going to fix anything, you're just an asshole trying to get a free pass. That's pretty much what it is. And if anybody who's a religious person who's read any biblical book, they would tell you about atonement. It ain't just forgiveness; it's atonement. So those two go hand in hand. That's how you can see if it's genuine or not, right? But this is the part of Memoriam. Sometimes, I've been in those situations where a person has been humble, and people took their humility as a weakness, or people have taken their kindness for weakness. People have taken their generosity for weakness, and what winds up happening is, and I'm not gonna, I don't want to say it in a crazy way, but you'll see how quick people remember everything they did when a gun's in their face. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I've seen this, like, literally, like, you did all the BS. You didn't respect this person. You thought you could run over this person. You thought everything was cool, and you was just the one. And then when the gun came in your face, you remember every little transgression. You wanted to apologize. I've seen these situations. The gun jamming. Yeah, you better hope it don't jam twice. And I hate to say that, but that's what winds up happening. Like, and to me, the worst one is when somebody, as my grandparents are the type of people that taught me it's nice to be nice. There's nothing wrong with being kind. There's nothing wrong with being kind-hearted. But if people don't respect that, you don't have to keep doing it. That's it. Like, let them deal with the people who are like them in the world, and let them figure out that, be with your friends. Be with your little snake friends, your little vulture friends, your hyena friends. You'll be good then. But usually that don't work out. But also you got to learn a lesson in reverse. Because, even I've had people who've been good to me that I haven't been as good back to. And I learned that lesson. There are people who I didn't have time for, and I should have made time for it, but I made time for other people who I shouldn't have made time for. That's a lesson. You get what I'm saying? There are people who walked away, and I have to respect them for walking away because I know why. You get what I mean? And truth be told, for me, I'm happy for those people. Ironically, because I get it. Happiness and peace is something hard to find in this world. So, when people, and when you're remembering them as they were when they were around you, if you don't have a sense of joy to see them doing bigger and better things, in spite of what you may have done to them or what they may have done to you or whatever, that's going to take a lot of growth. You get what I'm saying? It's going to take a hell of a lot of growth, because sometimes you deserve better than the people around you, and sometimes the people deserve better than you. And in life you might be on both ends of the spectrums. I would probably say it's better to be the person who is better than the person who is bitter, but at the same time it's better to be the person who has done more for people in spite of their how can I say this? But despite of all of their dysfunction, than to be the person who gets joy out of taking from people. You get what I'm saying? And not being pleasant to be around, because nobody's gonna care. Like, and I think about this in certain terms where there was a funeral of somebody, and everybody at the funeral loved this person. They had great things to say about this person. But their kids came to the funeral and was like, who the hell is this dude? Because he damn sure was never this to us. And that's a tragic thing. You know what I'm saying? I think, because when it's all said and done, really, when life is said and done, you would wish you had loved ones like Malcolm X. Like, people don't remember the story of Malcolm X being buried but people were so racist. The grave diggers wouldn't dig him a ditch. So the brothers were there, and they dug his grave, in their suits with their hands and shovels, and I believe it was raining. That is very telling. You get what I'm saying? But and sometimes you got to think about that in life, where you give people their flowers while they're living, because even when they're living, they might be gone, and they might be dead to you because you did too much. You get what I'm saying? They gave you flowers, you gave them hell. It's crazy, but these are my thoughts on this one. Like, share, subscribe. Catch you on the next one. Peace.